Well, welcome to Framework Fortune and welcome back, Framework Fortune community. It's time for another one of Ben's stock reviews, but this is an update. I usually don't do a lot of updates unless I get a lot of interest for that stock, and a lot of people have been commenting on that video. A lot of people saying that this is a precious metal stock with a ton of potential. So let's look at it and see what it's done since I talked about it. Now on the daily chart, we are still downtrending. This downtrend right here has got a break, and you can see it ends up being right where the 200 is. This had a big dump November last year, and then started pushing up until COVID hit, and that dropped this again. And since then, it has just continued to get beat down. Now here recently, it's been fighting with the 10-day moving average, trying to get back above it, and it did have some nice movement on Friday. Got some buy-in action there in the morning, pushing it up about 4 cents, which is a pretty nice size move for this cheap of a stock. And then just consolidated, making a nice cup and handle pattern here, breaking over this cup and handle pattern in after hours, running all the way up to 48 cents. So that 50 cents is going to be a tough area. It always is. But it did close in after hours above this 44-cent resistance. So this may hold up as support. See this hold as support? Tomorrow, when the market opens, we could see NAC try to push back up to 50 again. Now, if it's pushing back over 45 at market open, it will be above the 50 days. So then all it's got to do is to get back over that 57-cent area at the 200, and NAC would be bullish again for the first time in a long time. So the question is this sudden buying spike in AAK, buying from institutions and people who are trying to get into gold and silver stocks because of all the economic uncertainty, or is this company actually seeing some growth that could lead to it being a higher price stock? Third option could be both, which would be the best option. Let's look at some. So I see they put out a lot of PR. I'm just going to go through the August. They were unaffected by recent earthquake in Alaska, so that's good to know. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers assigned review officer to Pebble administrative appeal. I'm not exactly sure about what the thing was appealed. I'm sure that's what that drop in November probably was. So let's find out here. I don't think I read this in my research the first time. So they submitted the request for an appeal on a federal permitting decision in January 2021. And that was accepted by the USACE's Pacific Ocean Division engineer in Hawaii as complete and meeting the criteria for appeal. That process should conclude within 90 days, and that was in January. We're way past 90 days. And now they're saying that they've been advised the appeal process is likely going to take a year or more, given the complexity of the case and the scope of the administrative record. And then the CEOs even say it. We have been and continue to be very concerned about the schedule and timeline on this Pebble permitting decision. So that's not good. That is really not good news recently, because they've got to have this licensing, and this is also a great example of how the government screws everything up and makes processes slower. If there wasn't so many regulations, then this company would not be having these issues right now. The fact that they've got to now wait on this department of the government, or whatever this is exactly, this wait could put a damper on people investing in it, because if they don't get this Pebble license, that pretty much is the whole project from what I saw, or their biggest project. That could ruin this company. That could bankrupt this company. And right now, the way the government has been, there could be some politics to do with this. Who really knows? But they've got to get this taken care of. And the fact that they're at the mercy of the U.S. ACE's schedule, really not good. If you're patient and you want to ride this out, I can understand why. To me, this is a very risky junior miner, but if they do get that license, then this could be a very profitable miner that could go from a junior to the big leagues. So it's a very high risk, high reward play still. But let's check gold and silver. Yeah, so gold just rebounded. So did silver, both making nice rebounds here. I would say that pop on Friday is due to that. Gold and silver stocks just getting loaded up on. Let's check DRD. Yeah, DRD had a nice little pop there. ZKIN. So yeah, a lot of the gold and silver stocks popped up. Yeah, Goro made a nice move. So NAK right now is moving more because gold and silver is going up and mining companies are going up because of all the uncertainty in the economy. It's nothing to do with NAK right now. Really, they probably should be going down, but they are pretty low already. So, I mean, how much more lower can they go if they don't get that appeal straightened out? They could go to zero. That is a possibility. There are plenty of junior miners that are dead in the OTC markets. In the short term, though, if gold and silver continue to push up, NAK could easily continue to push up. Could make for a decent swing. It's not one of the precious metal stocks that I would invest in for the reason of gold and silver stocks going up. It doesn't pay a dividend or anything, but junior miners are junior miners, and if you're new to junior miner investing, do a lot of research because it's a little bit trickier than the normal investing in stocks, say like Apple or Berkshire Hathaway, any of those. I'll be interested to see what it does this week and see if gold and silver continue to run. They've been underperforming with all the explosion in cryptos, but if cryptos slow down because Bitcoin's hitting 50,000 and can't break 50,000, we could see a tranche of money come over into gold and silver stocks. So I'm recording this a few days after I recorded the original part of this video. NAK has popped all the way up to 52 cents, but today pulling back to 46 cents. It looks like it's trying to hold above this 45 cent area. If it can hold there, we could see the 10-day possibly cross that 50 and see it push up to that 200-day like I was talking about. Pulling down though because gold and silver today are pulling down, and that's pretty much why. So if you're a NAK investor, let me know down in the comments what you think about this whole appeal for this license and everything that's going on there. Maybe you know some more information than I do. I appreciate it if you could share it. And appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.